Hey Doc, why is my dog always scooting his butt all along the floor?
Well, one of the common causes for scooting is impaction of the anal sac glands. In addition to that, though, two other things come to mind. Number one, you know those little segments from tapeworms that look like little pieces of rice? They crawl around the anus and cause irritation. And also, fecal material can actually collect on the hair around the anus. All three of them are very irritating and cause them to lick and scoot.
Doc, what do anal sacs do?
Well, anal sacs are two little pouches located on either side of the anus, and they're lined with anal sac glands that, and this is important, they constantly secrete into the sac. There is a canal that exits from the sac that goes into the colon, and the material then attaches to fecal material and exits the body on the poop.
So, if I notice my dog scooting, what do I do?
Well, you see the whole back end here. What you should do is lift the tail, and the first thing you should look for is for tapeworm segments that can be running across the anus or even coming outside of the anus. They'll look like little pieces of rice crawling. The second thing is look at all the material, the fecal material that might be collecting on the hair around the anus, because that can be irritating too. And then thirdly, you should be looking to see if there's any open sores on either side of the anus. If none of those are present, then the next thing you should do is take 5-minute Epsom salts bottom soaks for a couple of days in a row to see if you can eliminate that scooting. If there's no relief from the scooting, then call your veterinarian and make an appointment to have them evaluate the bottom.
Is there anything I can do in the future to avoid my dog having issues with anal sacs?
Well, because this is essentially a rare issue for anal sac impactions, there doesn't need to be any real great preventative care applied. But if there's a tendency for anal sac issues, then it's recommended that the 5-minute Epsom salt soak be done on a regular basis. Note also that expression of the anal sacs frequently can actually cause more harm than help. We bring up the picture of the skunk because the anal sacs in the dog are just like the anal sacs in the skunk. Smells really bad, huh? In the dog, it smells worse. So when we're going to be expressing, we should think about putting all this on, because if it gets on our skin, we're going to smell it for a week. If it gets on our clothes, it's going to be there forever. Hey, 3 takeaways from today's anal sac episode. Number 1, anal sac impactions are a real pain in the butt. Always allow your veterinarian to determine how to care for anal sac abnormalities. And number 3, a 5-minute Epsom salt solution bottom soak is generally more powerful than manual expression. Just to remind you, you can follow us on social media on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Ask any question in our comments section, and we may use it for our next episode.